Hello. It's 2017, July 3rd now, because it's like 2 in the morning. I couldn't sleep, and I was thinking about a lot of things that clients have said to me. I've had a lot of clients call me this year, or try to set up appointments this year already. Looks like it's going to be a good year business wise. I'm switching things up. I really want to switch things up. Have you ever heard of minds.com? Just signed up for that. Sounds like it's going to be a pretty good social media outlet. As I told you before, I'm trying to pull easily and steadily away from Facebook. Um, one feature that's nice on minds.com, I was just talking about having some sort of club where maybe instead of doing the whole life coaching contract or one of the programs that I have online, but you still want to participate, you still want to get more than just the free stuff you get off YouTube. And by the way, thank you for subscribing. I don't mind giving you the free stuff. There is fan funding button down there if you'd like to just donate here and there. That would be awesome, but no pressure, no pressure. I'm not begging or anything. I'm just saying there is that button there. If you appreciate the content and you can do it, throw me a buck, $2, $5, $10, 100, 200, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000. I'm just kidding. Anyway, but there is that button there. But one of the features that I liked was I was, like I said, I was just thinking of coming up with some kind of club where instead of, if you can't do maybe the whole personal life coaching contract, or if you would love to learn more and have some kind of class or something, which is also another thing I want to do. I just found out how to go live on YouTube. See, because I'm only working off my phone. I don't have my home computer yet. If anybody knows where I can get a deal on that, let me know. Another thing, if anybody knows how to work on Subarus, let me know. I want to drive my Subaru. I love that car. Anyway, um, so the feature on mine.com is for so I think it the lowest amount when I went on it, and believe me, I don't know anything about it yet, so these things could change, but it says that you can have monetized content. You can have your regular content that everybody sees, but then you can have special content that only people that pay see. And the lowest amount that they had on there was $10 a month. So I said, hey, okay, I signed up for that. So I thought, well, maybe that's a way to do it. I was actually thinking of a program. I was watching somebody today who is doing a totally different kind of thing. It's a fitness thing, but he's got a $99 a month club. $99 a month for the things that I could teach you is actually a good price, but I was going to slash that too. Maybe do like a club for like $30 a month or something, I don't know. It's still in the works, but minds.com, check that out. You don't have to pay $10 a month to see me on there, but that is an option. So I thought, well, maybe I'll get a little group that way, but I would like to do something where there's a group of us that are serious about doing this stuff, where maybe I could charge a low monthly rate, and so instead, if you can't kind of meet in the middle, if you want more than what you just get free here, and again, believe me, I don't mind throwing the stuff out here. I want to help people. That's what I want to do, but I also have to make a living. So if you can't afford the one-on-one coaching contract, or if you just can't justify spending that, but yet you don't necessarily have enough money to do one of the online programs, which are excellent, by the way. I've had nothing but great feedback from people that did buy those last year, and this year I'm perfecting them. But anyway, if you can't do either of those, it might be an option to join. I'm thinking of like a private club where maybe I'll charge $30 a month for this membership, maybe a silver membership, and then maybe 50 a month for a gold membership or something like that. Tell me what you think of that idea. Would you be up for that? Again, remember the button below. I'm just kidding, but not really. Oh, paypalme.com/light insights. You want to give me money? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I am kidding. I can't sleep. Anyway. So, anyway, listen. I I talk to a lot of clients, and there's stuff going on with them, and maybe they're waiting for a specific thing. They've put something out there and they're waiting for it to come to pass. They know it's going to come to pass. They believe it's going to come to pass. Maybe they've been told by someone that it's going to come to pass, or maybe they've put it out there and they've manifested it. They've done everything they know how to do. They know, because remember, we know that universal law works. We know it. It never fails. It's us that blocks it somehow. That which is in motion stays in motion unless an outside force changes it, right? So, that's really the only universal law you need to know, right? Anyway, well, law of physics, whatever it is, I'm tired. How do you let it go? Letting go, because if you obsess over it, that is the number one block. Because when you start to obsess and first of all, you're going to act out and you're going to do things that are not going to benefit you. Like, say you're obsessing over, what is my husband doing? I know he's doing this, I know he's doing that, and you start to obsess. So now all of a sudden you're going to see things that aren't there. Not only that, even if they are there, you're going to be checking this and checking that. You're not going to be living comfortably. Who wants to be in a marriage like that? You want to be in a marriage where you trust your husband, you trust your wife. You don't feel the need to be checking this and that when they leave the room, checking their phone, checking their email, calling on them all the time, checking their story. You don't want to live like that. That's what happens when you start to obsess, or something's coming and it hasn't come yet. So now this is all you think about. But when you're doing that, you're not feeding that manifestation in a positive way. Actually, what you're doing is you're repelling it because you are focusing, even though you think you're focusing on the positive, you're focusing on the lack of it. And that's what the universe picks up on. So it's going to continue to give you more lack. Your manifestation is not going to come to pass. So how do you let it go? I mean, I can tell people this and they say, okay, I understand, but how do you let it go? Another thing that people do is, instead of obsessing that way, they start believing it's not going to happen. I guess I'm just, you're waiting for that special someone and you know it's coming. You've put it out there. It doesn't happen when you thought it was going to happen. And then you go, well, I guess I'm just meant to be alone. Well, I guess I'm just meant to be sick. Well, I guess I'm just meant to not have money. How would you feel if you were God and you're like, as soon as I heard your prayer, remember Daniel 10:12, I think it is, as soon as I heard your prayer, I sent an angel out to answer you. And the angel gets there and you're saying, well, I guess I'm just not supposed to have it. Well, the angel hears that, reports back to God. Well, that person doesn't want it. Okay, so we got to be really, really careful. And sometimes it might feel like that. You might really feel that like that. That's why we write ourselves notes. That's why we memorize scripture. That's why we take a negative thought captive and we replace it with a positive word, because we want to manifest what we're supposed to have. Okay? So how do you let it go? How do you do that? I have people ask me that all the time. Okay, Lori, I understand what you're telling me. I get the concept. How do I let it go? Well, I can tell you a few different ways. One is, if it involves people, negative or positive, whatever it is, if it involves people, like somebody's getting in the way, you're waiting for that person to call, somebody is blocking your promotion, whatever it is, first of all, make sure that you have forgiveness in your heart. Now, it's really hard to do when somebody's messing with you or making things hard for you. I understand that, but it's not an option. We don't have an option with that. So say the words out loud, write them down. I forgive so and so. Say it out loud. Today, I forgive whomever. And at first, you might not mean it. That's okay. Forgiveness is an action, it's not a feeling. We don't have to go on what we're feeling. Your heart will deceive you. Okay? So you can't go on everything you feel. Just like people say, oh, I felt God. Well, maybe you did. But just remember that the devil can deceive you too. He can make you feel like you felt God. Okay? So A little off topic. I'm sorry about that. But um, so write it down and not only say, I send forgiveness, step it up one more. I send that person harmony, good luck, love. I really wish them the best. And even if it's somebody that you're thinking, I don't wish this person the best. They have been horrible. They did this, this, and this. They hurt my kids. They hurt me. They whatever. They kicked my dog. Whatever it is. And it's very hard to wish that. If you can't do that, don't be disingenuous. Instead, picture this. Take away the personality, even take away the face if you have to. Picture them as a human being, just another human being. Okay? Even if you have a hard time with that, you think with the things that they do, they're hardly human, but just think of them as a human being, because you know what? Most of the time, 9 times out of 10, it's not the person anyway, it's they're being fooled. They're being led by some negative spirit and they're acting on that. Is it their fault? I'm not saying, yes, it is. I'm not saying not to let them off the hook and that they don't need to take personal responsibility. We all do. But they could be even unaware that they are taking, if they're not walking their walk, they could be very easily fooled and deceived into believing that this spirit entity is right, it's their conscience, whatever, and then it just, if they allow them in, they can turn into like an evil person. But anyway, forgiveness, okay? Then the next thing I want you to do is find something to be grateful for. There's got to be something, even if you feel like you are just in the worst time of your life. Can you see? Are you breathing? Can you hear? Can you smell? Be thankful for something. And you know what? The more you open up and you look for things to be grateful for, the more you're going to find. Okay? So be grateful for something. So forgiveness, gratitude, and take some deep breaths. Take some deep breaths, calm down. If it's, my father used to say to me, if it's not going to matter in 100 years, you shouldn't be worked up about it now. I say, if it's not going to matter to your eternity, you shouldn't be worked up about it now, because by you allowing it to work you up and to fill you with unforgiveness and bitterness or whatever, it is affecting your eternity. Is it worth it? Is it worth it when you get over there and you could be, in the mansion and you end up in heaven's ghetto because you couldn't let this go? In the grand scheme of things, how big is it? Okay, that might help you too. Okay, so we've got gratitude, we've got forgiveness. The next thing is have a little faith. And you might say, I do have faith, but you know what? Each time that you go back and you say, well, maybe I don't deserve it, or if you're saying maybe I don't deserve it, you might want to go back and talk to God again and remember who He is, because we deserve it because of Christ, not because of anything we did. Okay, God doesn't look at us because of anything we did. He loves us, period. And because of what Christ did, we are open to all His promises. We are in the family. We're family. We've got it. Okay, so maybe you don't deserve it, but because of Jesus, you do. Okay, so don't do that. Don't do that. You're actually sending God a negative message when you do that. You might be thinking, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I love Him. It's me. Well, He loves you. How does it feel when somebody puts your kids down? You don't like it. How about if your kids say to you, oh, I'm worthless? You want to punch them, right? So remember that. The other thing is, so we've got forgiveness, we've got gratitude. We got faith. We remember who God is. We don't have to have faith in ourselves, in our own abilities. We have faith in Him. Next thing is this belief, a core belief. If your core belief says people with money are bad people, if your core belief says marriages never work, if your core belief says I don't deserve to be in management, you're never, no matter how many manifestations you do, no matter how many times you pray to God, you're never going to get it. So you got to look at your core belief. Okay, if your core belief is wrong, you can make or break a habit in 30 days. So, no, 17 days. 17 days. Let's say 30 just to be sure, but I think it's 17 days. So each day for 17 seconds. 17, 17, and 17. So what is that? Let's 21, 51 seconds, 51, 52 seconds. Let's say a minute. even if you have to force it, say some positive things. Money is good. Money is just an exchange. Money is just energy. Having a lot of money is a good thing. The love of money is the root of all evil. Marriage is good. The opposite sex, men can be trusted, women can be trusted. Marriage is good. Um, I am I am ready for my love, whatever it is. Say something positive. And if you have to write it down and read it, if you have to put it all over your room, do that. Another good thing to do, and this isn't about letting it go, but just to do, is really to have a space. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie War Room, but it really does work. Have a space. A closet size is all that you need, or a little corner of your room, or someplace that's really quiet. Your closet, stick a chair in there. Hang things up on the wall, all the prayers that you want, hang them up all around you, and spend some time in there. Try to make it a one of your goals. We were talking about goals the other day, and we are going to do a video. Once you set that appointment up with yourself and have it, I'll come back and we'll talk about how we're going to get our goals started. But sit in there for as long as you can, even if it starts out at only 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day. You'll find yourself, as time goes on, in there a lot longer, because you got a lot to say and a lot to hear. A lot of times we are so busy talking, we don't hear the answers, right? Because we're so worried and we don't talk. Well, how does it feel when you call a friend and you talk, and then hang up? You want to hear your friend's feedback, right? You wouldn't do that to a friend. Or if you do that to a friend, it's pretty rude. Reconsider that. Change that. Don't do it again. Okay, so you've got all these things down, right? Now what I want you to do is I want you to take your ultimate, whatever it is that you want to manifest. You're in that relationship. You're in the management job. You have the money in the bank. Your bills are paid. You have the car. Whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. Envision it. Take some deep cleansing breaths. Get your heart rate lower. Raise your vibration up. I actually do it with my hands. Raise it up, raise it up, raise it up, raise it up. Bring it down to a steady flow. Spread it out. And raise it up again. Okay, now that you're there, I want you to envision it. Feel it. Be in it. It's happening. You're in that new car. You're in that new position. You're in that relationship. Feel them, love them, hug them, whatever. You're in that healthy body. You are financially free. Whatever the manifestation is, envision it. Keep it. Hold it there. First 17 seconds helps you to really start feeling like it's real. The next 17 seconds, you can almost like linger in it and really believe that it's there. And the next 17 seconds, you're actually calling it upon yourself. So stay there. Stay there for at least a minute. And you feel good about it. See, the longer you stay there, the more you're like, yeah. Now say, thank you. Thank you. Bringing me back to my senses, right? Okay, here it is again. Now I want you to grab it. Reach up there, grab it. Reach wherever it is, wherever you're seeing it. Grab it. Hold it in your hand. You see the picture? It can be a moving picture. See it in your hand? And shrink it down, shrink it down, shrink it down so that it fits. A little ball. It's in this little ball. It's like having your own little crystal ball and you're seeing your manifestation in there. You see it? See it in there? Bring it and make it as little as possible. And you get little in there. Yeah, there it is. Now you've got it, right? And now I just want you to, your angel's over there. He's right there waiting for you. Just kind of toss it to him. He's got it. He catches it. Okay. Let it go. There it is. He's got it now. He's going to take care of it. And you know it's going to happen. I know it sounds like a silly exercise. I know it does. All of these exercises sound very foolish when you first start doing them, but they work. Is it psychological? Is it spiritual? It's both. It's both. Your angel really is over there. Because remember, as soon as you ask God for something that's within his will, as soon as you send it out there, he hears it. As soon as, so it goes from you to him. He gathers up his angels and he says, here you go. Lori just asked me for something. Go take care of that. Okay? Now remember, God's answers are yes, no, and not now. If it's within his will, if you're in line with him, if you are aligned with God, the answer is yes, because you're aligned with God. So you're going to be asking things that you know are within his will. If you're kind of off track, or maybe you've gone a little self-centered and you want something and it's not so good for you, his answer is going to be no. But he's going to tell you why. When you trust in him, he's going to tell you why. He might even show you the better route. See, that's the thing. We got to learn to trust in him enough that if he says no, we say, okay. Even if we don't understand at the time, we say, all right, there's got to be a reason for this, because he's all-knowing. He's all-powerful. That's really having faith in him. That even when it seems like things aren't happening, you go, okay, all right, I'm good. Because I know that he is not an abusive parent. Okay? And he's taking care of it. So, and the other thing is not now. And if it's not now, he's gonna, like I said, I mean, your prayer goes up to him. He sends out his team, one angel, a team of angels, whatever it is, and he'll let you know why not now. We need to pay attention. If you are at a heightened awareness, you may not hear him. You may not hear, hey, Lori, I said not now. But you're going to pay attention and you're going to see different reasons why not now. You know, maybe just for a stupid example, it's a silly example, but maybe you really, really want this car, okay? It's your perfect car. You love it. You just love this car. And you say, Lord, I know it's your will for me to have this car for whatever reason. He wants you to go wherever, and he knows you need that car. I know it's within your will. So I'm asking you for it. That prayer goes from you to him, and the way he has the universal law set up, as long as you're in the right alignment, it goes out there, boomerangs back, right? But you don't get that car. Somebody else buys it, and you watch them drive away, and you're like, okay, I know I asked him. All right, Lord, I have enough faith in you. I know that you heard me. I know that I'm aligned with you. Maybe I messed up. I don't know, but I trust you. That person that bought that car, they're back the next day because that car, something happened and it broke down. It blew up. They hurt themselves in it, okay? And something was broken. It crashed, blew up, and now they're hurt. And you go, oh, Lord, thank you for protecting me from buying that car. And just then, a car that's very, very similar, but just a tad bit better, brand new, just a tad bit newer, a tad bit faster, whatever it is, and a tad bit cheaper. Or maybe somebody wants to give you the nicer car. So God said, I don't want you buying that, because if you bought that one, not only would you get hurt, but you wouldn't, this person that's giving the car away wouldn't want to give it to you because you already have one. Do you see what I mean? I mean, that was a silly example, but you get the concept, right? So really don't obsess and don't think that, don't do that. Don't let your angel be right there ready to tap you on the shoulder and you go, I guess it's just not meant to be, because you just stopped it. Okay? And don't obsess. Where is it? It's not coming. How come it's not coming? Oh, I know. I put it out there. I know it's coming. How come it's not here? I gotta check this and check. You can say, yeah, I believe it's coming, but when you keep checking and check, oh, what should I do? Maybe I'm doing, you're obsessing. So do that. Pull it down, bring it, and toss it. Okay? I hope you guys have a great day. And I will be in touch. You know what? I'm sorry for being so silly. It's just late. I'm tired. But you know what? I have this hope. That wasn't even there. Even a couple days ago, I think the end of 2016 brought on this deep darkness, not only for myself, but for a lot of people. And like we were talking about, I think in the scope that I did with the CMEs and the magnetic pull from the sun, solar flares, and something really did happen, and this darkness kind of came upon a lot of people. I think spiritually the veil is thinner, and it's people's spiritual eyes are opening, and it's not so pretty what we're seeing. So there was like this heavy darkness, but you know what? Now I feel a sense of hope, and a couple other people have said the same. They're feeling it too. Things are lifting, they're not as heavy as they were before. Don't lose hope. Hope is what we have. This isn't our home forever. We all got to make it to eternity. Let's just make the best of it while we're here, okay? Hope you guys have a great day. Help somebody out today, all right? It'll make you feel good, and it'll help them too. All right, God bless you guys.